Wiggins, you just can't rely either way yet on that, and so that's why I would be hesitant to go with that sort of a plan.
One more question, this one from me. Thanks again to everybody who listens to the program, everybody who listens to the network. Again, if you'd like to advertise with this program, which has grown quite a bit the last couple of years, and I think it's going to be a fascinating season. As if it hasn't already been fascinating enough, I think it's going to continue to be fascinating. You can reach me at jsouhan47@gmail.com. And thanks to TSR Injury Law, 612-TSR-TIME, and sodastick.com, and check out their new special runs. So you mentioned if they trade Jeff Teague, and you just kind of tossed it off. Do you think that's a realistic possibility?
Right now, I don't have any indication that they're considering that. As the season goes along, I think after the December 15th date, where a lot of guys who sign contracts later in the summer can be traded.
Give me that date one more time.
December 15th.
Okay.
Then that opens up a few more options to consider, and maybe you do look at it a little bit. I would be interested in what would happen if they did something like that. Teague can be really, really good, and he can be really, really bad too. And so I think that it's at least an option that they have to look at going forward, going into December, going into January. Is there a place? And the other part of this is there a team that is willing to take Jeff Teague and risk kind of him opting into the final year of his contract next year and being for $19 million? So that's going to be the hard pill for some teams to swallow, which is why they probably wouldn't give up a ton for him. But right now they do kind of have this backcourt clog with, you have Teague and Tyus and Rose, you have Okogie, you have Wiggins, you have a lot of guys for not a lot of spots. And if you were to move Jeff Teague and then slide Rose into the starting lineup, or even you keep Rose there and you put Tyus in the starting lineup, and then you bring Okogie off the bench, something like that. It just gives you another look and another option going forward here. And we know that Tibbs really thinks highly of Teague. It's one of his biggest moves to date is bringing him in. But if they have a way of finding some options that are pretty palatable to move him, I would think that they'd at least have to look at it. But again, there's no indication right now that they are considering that internally. I think they want to see this team, this new look team, come together for a while yet before they start looking at making other changes to the roster.
No matter what their team looks like, our team's pretty strong. Jon Krawczynski, Michael Russo, Roy Smalley, Cheryl Reeve, Jeff Diamond, John Millay. I'm probably forgetting about 8 people, but we've got great people on the network. Thanks to everybody who's made it a success. Thanks to John. We'll talk to you next week.